Hello, it's George with Watchman German Shepherd. We're just going to go over this morning a little kennel cleanup system that I have set up. And so I'm showing you this hose for the purpose of starting at the end really of the system outside, and then we'll go inside. So this hose can reach anywhere under this porch. I have three 10 by 10 pens here, and so I just put the hose over the fence there, or in this pen, right? And so we have Rosa in there, and then Queenie, then this third pen. Well, Nala's inside right now, but so that hose can extend to any of these, and I have it on a K.O.E valve, which I'll show you. And winter time, I can turn the hose on quickly, clean the porch, and cut it off and drain the hose. This way the water won't freeze. So let's go inside. Now we have Prada, Fiona. Stay. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, Prada? Prada's jumping up in excitement. Hey, you stay. Stay. I would get the noisy crew here. So this was my original means of cleaning up inside, right? I had this hose on the reel. It's a 50-foot hose, and I could reach anywhere in the kennel, right, with that hose. And what happened with that was, Victor, what would happen there, let me let these guys out. Victor, come. Come. Out. Good boy. Out. Watch out. Out. Okay. What would happen there with the other hose would be it would get all over the place, right? And you put it away, which doesn't take long. Just reel it up, right? The reel is easy. But invariably, you have to take it back out again not too much later. So you either leave it out a little bit in the morning when all the action is going on, and then you could possibly trip over it, or you reel it back up and then unwind it again for use at whatever point. And so I try to keep up with everything each morning. Of course, if anyone goes overnight, I have Ronnie typically will. She's still younger. And then Prada, since she's pregnant, she normally will go too. And so what I did was I set up this whole water system, which is very simple really, $275. I teed off of the main line there. Okay, that comes in from outside, that comes out from inside the house, actually underground, right? So that comes into the building here. I teed off of that and right away put a ball valve. This way I can cut off this line if I want to, but still have the main line set up. That's a plumbing basic there. And so I just came over, and what I did was every 2 pens I have serviced by one 10-foot hose, of course, with a nozzle. So it's real convenient. I just take the nozzle. I can clean that pen there. I can clean that pen there. Wash it all down, and then put the nozzle back in place. Voila, all done. And so that's that one for those 2 pens. This one here for the middle 2, and this one here for the end 2. 6 along the line here, 6 pens. And then also this one serves for this pen, which goes into the whelping room, so the moms can come in and out of there as need be. And we'll get to the other end, the other side of the kennel here, and there's a similar setup there too. Of course, in each of the pens we have the drainage, which is just totally necessary with any cleaning system. Inside you have to have a drainage system. So that was part of the original design and setup, and of course any of the water that we that we spray to clean up the kennels goes right down the drain. And so each one gets a separate a nozzle and a 10-foot hose. I had mentioned outside, this is the line that goes outside, and then in the winter I can shut that ball valve off and drain the hose, and this way it won't freeze, the water won't freeze up, and then I can open it, run out, clean up the porch out there, even 20-degree temperatures, and cut the hose off and empty the hose. So that's one thing there. And so this last line, this comes over to this corner pen, which is where Prada is, and her puppies are in here. We'll take a peek. I have to get in here and change their padding. But Prada can come out through here, and the pregnant moms will usually go overnight. Can't hold themselves, gets to be a lot. So it's good to have the hose right nearby to clean that all up. And again, the main thing, I don't have to take the hose out, in, out, in, out, and I don't risk tripping over the hose as it's on the floor if I want to leave it out in the morning, especially when it's busy time going on, cleaning the pans, getting the dogs in and out. And so it's not a lot, but guess what? With the whole of everything, every little thing means a lot. And so this cleaning system, as I'm calling it, giving it a big fancy name, between the drainage and of course the hose with the nozzle set up right at hand, well, guess what? That means a lot in the day-to-day operation of things. And so just a work in progress, as most things are. Even the biggest companies in the world are continually changing and adapting to things, and so that's no less true here. Very simple, yet very necessary in everything that gets done day to day. So hope you can appreciate all that, and hope maybe this is helpful to you if you're a breeder, you have a kennel, whatever the case may be. Again, it's very simple, but I would just encourage you to go ahead and do something like this. Again, $275 for this line and the different fittings, the valves and the hoses and the nozzles set up. And so these push to connect valves, by the way, or fittings rather, like that coupling or any of these fittings, the T fitting here or the hose line fitting, you just push them and they connect, and you can also disconnect them pretty easily as well. If for some reason you want to change, maybe eliminate or add a fitting somewhere along the way, you can do that pretty easily too. And of course you would start by turning off your ball valve that leads to that line, whether it's the main that we have over there or this offshoot line. But anyway, the thing is that it's convenient, it's handy, and it's very easy to do by yourself. You don't have to be a plumber anymore, really. You don't have to know how to solder and any of that. And so, real convenient, real helpful to me, and saved a few dollars, of course, doing it myself. So, there's George with Watchman German Shepherds. I appreciate you subscribing, your liking, sharing, comments, questions, all of that stuff. I do appreciate it. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. Or if you have any recommendations. This is about a year now that I have the kennel completed, and I knew a lot of what I wanted to do. I did have this cleaning system, of course, the drains and the water hoses. I did have that in mind, and finally I got around to do the water hoses. But if you have any recommendations of any sort here, just for the day-to-day operation of the kennel, I appreciate that. But I do feel I'm getting a handle on it. There's not really too much left. And so, just to clean up, right? Let me mention quickly, too, my wife came across this stuff here. It is great. You know, we would get an issue here with the with the urine smell. On humid days, even though we have the dehumidifier or the air conditioner there, that's the dehumidifier setting is really good, but it would still smell like urine at times. And so my wife went and looked, and she found this here, Kennel Odor Eliminator. It's incredible. I've tried a lot of different things. This stuff works. It eliminates that urine odor, and it puts a nice, I want to say there's some lemon in here, but something else too. And we know lemon they use in a lot of different things. It's a great cleaner. But it's more than just lemon, because I've used lemon-based products before. This here, Kennel Odor Eliminator, K.O.E. as they're calling it, I highly recommend it. And they say it's good for furniture or carpeting. If you have a mistake there in the home when you're training a puppy, well, I would recommend this for that as well. Of course, try it in a indiscriminate spot, or discreet spot there, maybe on your couch or your rug if your dog pees there, but I don't think it will be harmful at all. So I do highly recommend that. Meanwhile, I gave the whole end-up spiel, except for the most important thing, which is the Lord bless you as you trust Him today. Most importantly, until next time, you take care of yourself.